I'm incarcerated for burnt that person.
Gross vehicular manslaughter, drunk driving, so bad news.
Lewis and Morgan are 2 out of the 135,000 plus inmates locked up in the California prison system. But they are also something else: firefighters. Trained to battle the wildfires that break out every dry season. The state of California has 4,200 inmate firefighters. They make up half of the state's wildfire fighting force.
I was excited. I wanted to come here because I thought it would be a lot better than being stuck in prison. At least you could get out and do something that's, you're actually doing something that counts for something, opposed to just wasting days away doing nothing.
Inmate firefighters live in 40 small facilities in wilderness areas around the state. The feel is more scout camp than correctional institution.
Opposed to a regular prison facility here, we're interracially bumped, so it teaches us to get along better.
All the inmate firefighters are volunteers. You can only apply if your security classification isn't too high, and you can't be serving a life sentence or have been convicted of arson. And you have to be really, really physically fit.
This is our shortest of our hikes.
And we're already exhausted.
And we're to about the halfway point here. You gotta remember that firefighting, especially wildland firefighting, is very, very physically demanding.
Inmate firefighters must be able to complete a series of timed hikes, carrying 45 to 70 pounds of gear. Do you know what you're gonna do when you get out?
I was a union carpenter before, so I may do that again, or I might check out the Forest Service and possibly do this.
Inspired by this. So California gets thousands of firefighters who they don't have to pay real salaries, and the Department of Corrections gets a rehabilitation tool.
Teamwork's a big deal. A lot of them haven't been members of teams, have been members of gangs and such, but not teams. And there's a big difference, and they start motivating each other. And hard work pays off. Hard work makes anybody feel good. And that's what they do. They do hard work.
Fighting wildfires requires aircraft and sometimes fire trucks, but mainly it takes thousands of firefighters on foot. This fire season, at least half a dozen inmates have been injured, mainly burned. So like all firefighters, when they train, they have to train for the worst, including survival tactics for being overrun by flames.
Fire shelter is a last resort to safety for us. So if you're put in a situation where it's between getting burned up or trying to save your life, that's what the shelter is designed for.
After a while, you can start to hear your own breath really loudly, and it's definitely at least 50% hotter than it is outside. How dangerous is this business?
Well, like all firefighting, there's a high level of risk. We all know that, but it's something that we enjoy, and it's a risk that we're willing to take.